So after giving up on the first game, I didn't expect much from this game. Hell, even back in 2015, I thought this was a boring mess like the first game. Well, it's not. Completely. So, I'll be going over this game, and whatever happens, happens.
It is these pioneers who define the future of mankind.
The game starts off showing Laura climbing a mountain in Siberia. They explain they're searching for the lost city Lord Croft found, and the enemy they'll be facing is called Trinity, a secret organization known to have existed as early as 978 AD. Then some set pieces happen, and both of them are separated. Cutting to a scene taken 2 weeks earlier. The game takes place a year after the events of the first game, which I had to look up because I think they don't explain how long it's been. Laura is now searching for the mythical prophet, and with it, the Defiant Source. Basically, a powerful MacGuffin that most players will forget. She learns that the prophet's tomb is Assyria, so she heads there. Okay, what happened in Syria can be summed up like this. Laura heads to Syria, but Trinity attacks her. She escapes and enters the temple. She finds the tomb of the immortal guy, but nothing was there. And the bad guy's in the tomb, so Laura hides in a casket and jumps out all gun-ho. Obviously, she should be dead, but with this being a video game, they don't kill her. Then Laura blows up the temple and escapes. This whole segment was just to show the main villain of the game, and to show this simple just to explain why they went to Siberia. Why set up like this? It would have been better to just inform us while climbing the mountain. Now we're in an area where we can explore, and I actually had fun. I don't know, I'm usually a sucker for any games that let me explore the area and find out what's there. I found the usual stuff like relics from history, documents about the past. Collecting materials will be important as once we head to a campsite, they are used to create ammo and equipment and upgrade new weapons. Which is good because we need poison arrows to deal with Papa Bear here. So instead of going back to the bear we escaped, she takes a nap. She just takes a nap. I would have just gone back to the bear and kill it, but I guess they couldn't let you do that because they wanted to do this scene. This segment is actually my favorite part of the game. You're surrounded by enemies, but you can't go gung-ho because you only have a bow, and with the knowledge of the area after scavenging for parts, it's pretty cool using it to brutally snap necks. After stabbing some necks, we encounter an optional tomb, just like the first game. However, these temples are different from the first game because 1, they're enjoyable puzzles that didn't bore me. 2, we actually see what's inside the fucking thing. Now being a pedestal revealing codexes that gives the player new skills. And 3, there's a reason to actually try first these tombs. So after owning that tomb, we encounter Sophia, a native hunter trying to save her people. She obviously doesn't trust us because we are an outsider and threatens to kill her if she sees Laura again. Then she pulls a cliche and disappears while an explosion distracts Laura. How does that even work anyway? Anyways, we use the power of our empty whiskey bottle to kill these guys. Then we enter a building and obtain a revolver, shooting through bulletproof glass. Then we encounter the main villain in the game, generic white man 1,000,001, gouging a man's eyeballs. We meet another native giving us a side mission where we need to destroy radio towers. Most of the side missions will be easy, and not completely worthless. But hey, they are optional, so no harm, no foul. By the way, do you remember that woman you saw in the beginning of the game? Well, her name is Anna, and she's actually an agent for Trinity. And that guy from before? That's her brother. Don't worry, I completely forgot about her as well. Also, we saved this guy. I think he's some sort of hister. I don't know. I'm saying it now because I'm pretty sure I'll forget. Blonde hair woman is looking for the Defiant Source so she can cure her illness. Well, Kenny, I think, wants to use it to wipe the sins from the earth and take over as their messiah. Yeah, this bastard has a complete messiah complex, and it formed when he was a child. He woke up from a stigmata wound on his hands, and his sister told him he's been marked as God's soldier. In reality, Hannah was the one who marked his hands, and she justifies it by saying it was to strengthen her resolve and faith. But in reality, it created a monster. Oh, and they're not working for Trinity. They are, but they plan to betray them later. Now we're at a copper mill. I think it's to meet up with ZeperMan. I forgot. Sweep the area? What are you talking about? You already know you're under attack. The first time I did this, I threw a bomb and they immediately knew I was there. What's the difference here? Oh my god. Crystal Dynamics really improved the enemy AI. Now we're at Jacob's village, where Sophia is greeting us with such hospitality. Anyways, the village gets attacked, and look at that, we just killed them all. What a surprise. Now that we have the key or map, whatever it is, we head back to Jacob. Actually, no, I'm just gonna cut to the part where I talk about my dislikes and likes about this game because I got bored summarizing the whole story, so instead I'm just gonna do this. Alright, so what did I like about this game? Well, the gameplay for starters. The gameplay is definitely the best aspect of this game. Snapping necks of poor soldiers felt satisfying, and definitely the upgrades where I can backstab them with my pickaxes and gouge their necks with my knife felt awesome. The power fantasy in this game is top notch. There's an array of guns if you bought a DLC, and for me, I bought it when it was on sale. Exploring the areas, I encountered encounter was pretty fun too. Like I said, I'm a sucker for games that let me explore places and find something new, unless it's filler. Side missions were okay, voice acting was good, and I actually like finding collectibles in this game. They were interesting backstory to the whole place. I found them interesting, and personally one of my favorite ones was the hunter story, where a hunter travels across the Byzantine Empire to hunt the prophet, but at the end falls into their group, and instead of being killed there, he is healed. And just hearing him, just hearing the fact that he's being nursed to health, just hear the confusion in his voice.
The prophet told me I could leave whenever I desire, but they have taken my blades, even armed. I do not know that I could kill this man.
Still, finding scrolls and documents giving backstory to Trinity and the Prophet and the city was great, although my only nitpick was the Heart of Darkness. I understand they're there to humanize these soldiers and show that they're broken, but in the end, they are faceless grunts in a video game. Dislikes, definitely the antagonist of the game. Corn Man is a boring, bland, messiah complex villain, and I can't even remember his name. I think his name is Constantine, and it took me 10 minutes to remember his name. His backstory is not explained in the story, just that Anna is his sister, and that he is marked by God to wipe the sins from the earth. It's annoying that his backstory explained through tape recorders and actually wanted to be invested in the antagonist. The story, yeah, definitely stopped caring. Gunplay felt boring. It just felt like a typical third-person shooter. Hell, facing an evil organization wasn't necessary at all. I think this game was marketed as Laura fighting against the wild as well. Let me look it up. Yeah, I did. It only felt like we fought against nature during the beginning, and that was it. So, in conclusion, I suggest this game if you're interested in playing a good Tomb Raider game with fun gameplay. If you want an interesting story too, well, I'm sorry to say, but this game is not for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.